Well, we were talking about with the fight with Lee.
Yep.
How did you think that went from your perspective? Like, did you think, although you won, right? And to me, watching that fight as a fan, it seemed like he kind of gassed himself a little bit. He started to like fall to pieces towards the ends, and that's when you all of a sudden you hit him with that body shot. He was down. Then you hit him with another hook. He was down again, and then he was out after that. Is there anything that you could have done better in that fight, or do you think that was executed perfectly?
I think I'm a big harsh critic of myself, so I think I could always do something better. But like, I knew Lee, I've known Lee for years. I've sparred hundreds of rounds with him, so I know his styles, like outwork you, smother you, outstrength you. So when he was coming close with me, it was like, okay, let him do his thing, because nothing's really, I was just like catching things and not like wrestling him and not gassing myself out. And then he was trying to, I don't know, outwork.
It was almost like a manipulation. Like he was trying to get like, you to work.
That was it. It was trying to like bully me into fighting his fight. Yeah. And it never really worked, because I was just relaxed, and like in the times it was like about being cool and being composed. And then as soon as we split up and then he tried to get close again, it was like, right, okay. After 2 rounds, I was like, okay, he's going to keep doing this. He's going to keep doing this. And it was just a case of catching him as he comes in. And then that happened. And then, you know, it was easy to kind of finish.
And you think it was kind of predictable, like toward from the second round on, you were like, right,
yeah,
I know his tactic, I know exactly what he's going to try here, and I know how to defend myself from it.
Yeah, and that was it. And I just think he was struggling to work out what I was doing, rather than I was just waiting to see and waiting to build in, and I was like, preserve your energy, because this is going to get hard and harder and harder. And then once it kind of switched that, like, this is all he's got here, because he can't work out what I'm doing, that was it.
And how do you analyze that within is that something you analyzed prior and you were like, right, I know what he's going to try with me? Or from a boxing standpoint, would you edit your style, so to speak, for every fight you have? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I think like I'm quite adaptable in a fight, so
yeah,
if I need to fight somebody and be there and outwork them and outstrength them, I will. If I can just outbox them and play the game and win easily, I will. And I've shown it in loads of different fights where, okay, I've outboxed somebody for 12 rounds and they can barely lay a glove on me. Or a couple of fights ago, I got my nose broke like in the 3rd round or something, and it had to be like a bit of an all-out war, because I was struggling to breathe and I was struggling to do what I would usually do. So there's this. I think this is what's got me so far, is the fact that I'm adaptable in a fight. I don't need to like plan out what's happening before it.
Yeah.
And I don't really watch people before I fight them, because then, which sounds stupid, because you always think you know what they're going to do, but if you're watching somebody and watching for something that they always do, you're going to start thinking, right, they're going to do that, and you're waiting for that all the time. And that puts you in a bit of a situation where, okay, I'm stuck if they don't do that, or I'm only waiting for that. You need to be well-rounded in every way, I think. So, like my coach Joe, he'll watch people, he'll notice things, he'll say, right, we'll work on this shot, we'll work on that shot, but it's not only just about these shots. That's
interesting, because like when you look at, for example, rugby, a lot of the rugby boys have been on, and they'll say that they'll analyze, like they watch hours and hours and hours worth of, you know, Scotland versus England, whatever it might be, just to see what traits the team has, who's, you know, weaker at passing, who's weaker at defending, whatever it might be. But you just wouldn't watch that because everything's adaptable, I suppose.
Yep.
So like that boxer might just totally change their style, and then all of a sudden you've trained for something that doesn't come to fruition.
Yeah, but so it's a weird one. Like, let's say I would maybe watch a clip of somebody, or 30 seconds or a minute. I'm not going to go and watch hours and hours of fights and tapes. And I know there is people that do that, and I know there is coaches and boxers that do that, and I don't necessarily think somebody will ever change their style as a whole. But let's say you're watching somebody and you say, okay, they always throw this right uppercut, they always throw this right hook, they always throw this straight shot. And then you go in and you're like, okay, I'm waiting for that. That might take a couple of rounds to come. That might take 6 rounds to come. It might take 8 rounds to come.
So you've wasted that time almost.
Waiting on this person to do that thing that you're trying to time. Whereas if I go in, focus on what I'm doing, if that comes, it comes, and I can react to that at the time. So, yep, I know that's there and I'm aware of it, but that's not my whole thing to focus on. Just focus on what you're doing.
That's interesting. And how did it come about that you broke your nose? Did someone just land a fucking clanger on you?
It was an elbow. It was an illegal elbow that ended up not getting seen. It was like on the blind side of the ref. So I don't know if you ever had clips in, but I'll send you send you the clip so people can see. But
is it bad? Was it a bad break?
Yeah. So basically, what had happened was I was basically boxing the head off this guy. I stepped in and he like threw a hook, but
he missed it, and then
he basically missed it, as in missed it on purpose, and he's like basically folded down, and as I've come in, he's hit my nose with the elbow and it snapped. But like that way that you know instantly my nose is snapped.
Yeah.
In half here. My mum, my missus, my dad, and my wee brother were sitting in the front row, basically right at the ring. And me and the guy have came into a clinch, and I looked at them, and everybody's face was just chalk white.
Oh my god!
And I just looked down at them, and everybody was pasty, and I was like, "Oh no, this isn't good." I goes back to the corner, and Joe's like, "Right, so your nose is snapped." Or I says, "I think my nose is broken." He says, "No, your nose is snapped." He put a towel over my nose and tried to snap it back into place, and that was agony. And then after that, it was just.
Did he get it back in?
All downhill for there. No.
Did he not?
No. Or he might have got it back in, but as soon as I went out and get punched again, we were only in the third round, so that was just right away. It was
straight back out.
Aye.
Yeah, because I've broken my nose before, and anything after that, it's just moving.
Aye.
So oh my god, so you had
so
to
then I had 9 rounds after it, just getting punched, and it was like a war as well. So it was like.
And how did the fight? Well, I'm guessing you won the fight yourself.
I won the fight. So it was like I outboxed him easily the first 3 rounds. Got my nose broke. Outboxed him again for like 2 or 3 rounds, but my breathing was starting to trouble me.
So you get more tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I landed a good shot in the 7th, and I thought I need to get this guy out of here this round, or I'm not
in
going
trouble.
Aye.
Yeah.
And then that was my problem. I should have just kept boxing normal, but see, when I tried to take him out, I couldn't get my breath back.
Oh
so
my
rounds
God.
8 and 9, I was like gassed.
Yeah.
And then thankfully 10, 11, 12, I'd managed to get my breath back and just went back to boxing. But it was like, ended up a pure bloodbath from rounds like 9, 10, 11 or 8, 9, 10 or whatever it was.
It's just pure grit and determination.
So then it was like, get through this, and I got a really nice white kit for that one. So I had a full white kit with white fur and all that, and it was pure red all over me, nose snapped and everything. So it was.
Oh my god, is that the worst injury you've had?
In a fight, yeah.
If you guys enjoyed that clip, please do me a huge favor before you go and head over to our Into the Mind podcast official page, where we have the raw, uncut Into the Mind podcast, and hit that subscribe button. And the more subscribers we get, the more incredible guests we can get on the show. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all real soon.